Welcome, Game of Thrones fans. Thank you for coming by. Welcome to my channel. There is a lot of news articles about Blood Moon, about the same information, so I'm just going to read upon what I found on one of these news sites. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and read it. The final season of Game of Thrones Season 8 is winding down, but the Blood Moon is rising. Oh my god, I'm so excited. That's the working title of HBO's Prequel series that started filming 2 weeks ago in Belfast, according to the new report from The Sun. Now, I'm not sure about The Sun. I'm not really a person who knows about this particular news site, but based on everyone blowing up with this information, it seems to be legit. But the one thing I want to take from that last paragraph is that they actually started filming 2 weeks ago. I'm lost for words at how hyped I am. They've already started filming this before the actual current Game of Thrones hasn't even finished yet. That's super exciting for me. I'm super stoked. My heart's like pumping crazy. I'll keep reading. Sure, everyone is whining about Dany's digitally edited coffee cup and the leaked images of Jaime's phantom hand right now. I don't think anyone's whining about the coffee cup. I think people are making memes upon memes. I think, Dan and Dave and the people who produced Game of Thrones Season 8 are the ones whining. We're not. We got some entertainment out of how silly of a mistake you made, but we're not whining about it, but okay. But something tells us when the time comes out, die-hard GOT fans will show up for the first of the 4 spin-offs HBO currently has in the works. Now, George said that there could be way more spin-offs, but they're going to go with 4. I thought there was going to be more than 4 that they were talking about at one point, but definitely this next one, the Blood Moon, is to what they're referring to. Here's what we know about the much anticipated Blood Moon series right now. The title, George R.R. Martin previously announced that he thought the prequel should be titled The Long Night, but what does he know, right? Yeah, true. But we all know that it's only going to be a version of his books, as what Dan and Dave from Game of Thrones have done. So let's get back into the plot. So this is set more than 5,000 years before the events of the current series. The new series will follow the story of the Children of the Forest. Now, I thought it was 500 years? Maybe I'm getting confused with one of the other prequels, one of the 4? I wouldn't mind a prequel series about Jon's father and Lyanna Stark. And then it leads up into Game of Thrones. I think that would have been cool. We do know a lot about what happened, but it'd be cool to actually see it, up until that point. That'd be pretty cool. Let's keep reading on. So it's 5,000 years before the current events of the series, which will follow the story of the Children of the Forest. Now, I was so excited when they brought in the Children of the Forest, another species of humanoid. I thought that was super cool. Does that mean that there's going to be more fantasy, more magic? Does it mean that this show has more of a budget? I would really like to know the budget of this series, because then we can pretty much establish where they're going to go with the storyline, mainly because if the storyline involves a lot of magic, dragons, White Walkers, things like that, they're going to need a bigger budget. Naomi Watts isn't someone that would work for cheap, but then again, you want to get in on the pie now while it's still piping hot, right? Again, I would like to know the budget of this series, because then I can kind of grasp as to where they're going to go with the storyline, but it's pretty cool that it's going to be set for the Children of the Forest. So on his blog, Martin teased that the action might be based on the Fire and Ice companion book, Fire and Blood, featuring dragons and all the Targaryen kings from Aegon I, the Conqueror, to the regency of Aegon III, the Dragonbane, along with their wives, wars, siblings, children, friends, rivals, laws, travels, and other matters. So, that's going to be interesting, because then it's their version of Game of Thrones. If it's the regency of Aegon III and kings from Aegon V, along with their wives, and wars, then it still will be a Game of Thrones. Because it might get boring if they keep doing the same shtick, if it comes that way. Because for me personally, I don't mind the espionage and all that stuff behind and actually trying to game for the throne. But if you're going to do it in a way that it's exactly the same as the other show, I'm going to get fatigue at some point, and it's got to be something different. And the difference would be the Children of the Forest, their espionage against the First Men, because that was the whole point of it. The First Men came to the children's, backyard and started cutting down their trees. So they created the Night King to help them fight the war, and then it screwed up, and now they needed the help of the First Men. That'll be cool. I'm already hypothesizing here, I'm already going crazy. The air date of this prequel, sometime this summer, according to some reports. HBO still hasn't announced an official air date for the episode. And we've got S.J. Clarkson, who did The Defenders and the next Star Trek film. That's really exciting. And also from a script by Martin and Jane Goldman. Martin? So he's going to be writing it as well? Or are they just saying from his book? And Jane Goldman, the scribe behind the Kingsman and the 2 X-Men entries. So hopefully Martin and Jane, please give us a good show that is going to really, really, really be better than Game of Thrones. I hope. I don't want it to be shittier, but I do want it to be better. Anyway, that's all that I've been able to find about the prequel. I hope you liked my quick video, because I was so excited and I wanted to kind of, you know, document my reaction to reading it. Just for your own interest, these are some of the actors that are actually casted or cast in the prequel. We can't say for sure who they're going to play apart from Naomi Watts, because we have no idea. These people could actually be the Children of the Forest. We don't know. They could also be playing the Whites or the White Walkers. Who knows if they're actually going to carry on the White Walker King, because that's not Jane's story. That's not Martin's story. Who knows if they're even going to carry on with that. They're even going to carry on with this legacy, if you know what I mean. Because again, the Night King was created for Game of Thrones. It had nothing to do with the book or the Long Night. So who knows? That's actually a good point that I brought up. I never even thought of that. Just thought of it then. And as you can see, all these people, their names has been put as cast, but we don't know who they're playing. So if you're interested, these are some of the actors who have been cast so far. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video and give it a thumbs up. If not, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Bye.